Okay, there we go. That's better. That's better. Good lord. I'm going insane here. That I have at least something else to play here. Oh. Also something else is happening. New event. The blood moon rises once again. The crimson season returns to the entity's realm, bringing in a new way to escape. Blood generators have emerged across the trails, along with the blood pump. Fill them. Okay, cool. Play event, the blood moon. Killer. Oh, goodness. I really need to read up Radahn and how to deal with him, because Radahn is actually quite annoying. Frick me. Do we have here some special things? Yeah, we do. Disturb 20 crows. I think that's manageable. And here's already our first game. Oh my. Oh. Well, what is that? For a trapper. Uh-huh. Ooh. Also nice. Who is that? Hattie. Adam. Hate. The singularity. The clown. The hag. Ooh, that one looks nasty. I like that. Now for real, if you have any tips on how to beat Radahn, I highly appreciate everything. This dude, this is like... oh, more crazy than Melania itself. And Melania was already a pain in the ass. Killers should keep an eye out on how much blood is in each pump. It may be a clue as to what generator copy. Oh. Ah, it's still okay, interesting. Even though I set the game Dead by Daylight. Even if I did that already. Interesting. But now it should be good. Okay, where are my guys at? Not here. Might be back here. Ah, she had a... Bruh, what are you doing? That was the wrong move. I thought it was fast. You come with me. That was too short. Wow, that was a fast gen. Holy. So you should be still here. Oh, that looks nice. Where did you hide? There. Where are you hiding? Can I do something here? No. Check out the event and how it works actually. Now they're quite good at hiding. Hmm? Hide. Someone was here. Well, really? Now you're hiding all the way along. Come on, that's boring. Yeah, someone's here. That is boring now. What the fuck? Come out! What are you hiding? That's boring. That's more trash. Yeah, there was somebody. There we go. Now what? You go down. Yeah, this doesn't count even as a fire up. That's ass. Yeah. Hello, you. You're here. You're around here. I can smell you. Ah, you're friends. Tell me. There you are. Stay out of sight. Good. That's not how it works. Wow, I can't even utilize my build here. Okay. So the goal in this event is ship. We need to switch to Wesker, as it seems. To have some momentum at least. As you can see, yeah, these blood things are doing nothing to batteries included, which is ass. Only like the normal generators apply to that. Let's get this, so that we have at least 3 stacks. So we can block him off if we are good. Okay. Where did the cage go? We're losing everyone in track. Yeah, Wesker it will be. Even though if you're fast, can't find them, useless. No chance, no chance. Okay, gotta accept it then. Yeah, sadly. One valuable lesson. Batteries included does not apply to this. Damn. And I thought I could get the hand here. The good one on top of it. No, not with the ghoul, thank you. I think we're also using some tracking in here. That of Deerstalker. Nowhere to hide. Nowhere to hide. Thank you. Hey, Zevo. Yeah, long time no see. Quite a while. How have you been so far? And where were you? I missed you. Provides one of the only usable blah blah blah. Okay. Oh, score events, great. But how do the survivors are replaced by blood generators? Complete N5 generators to power the X again. Blood pumps provide the blood needed to repair blood generators. Blood pumps replenish slowly over time. Survivors receive a blood can when interacting with a blood pump. Ah, this is why they can't finish them so fast. Running with the can spills blood and leaves long-lasting pools of blood. Okay. Oh, you went to school? Blood trinket. BC? How old are you, if I may ask? I don't care how old you are, but... And you're watching Dead by Daylight? Okay. One of the most gory games ever. Okay. 15th of April. 5 days later, my daughter was born. 7 years ago. You're 15. But by the way, guys, if you didn't knew yet, made myself finally my tattoo. "12 years I was thinking of what to tattoo, and if I would tattoo myself, but I did it finally. And it didn't hurt that much. What is with the matchmaking? Timeout created. Interesting. Ah, great. An update was made, and everything is gone to shit again. You can't have a tattoo if you're 9 years old. I'm sorry. That's not adding up. You're lying! Why are you lying? Lying is not good. Liars are punished by God, you know that. Have a good one. Lying is never good. Even if the truth hurts, my dearest friends, always tell the truth. I'm not a Christian. I even exited the church because I think this is utter BS. But what is not BS is God itself. He watches us, He cares about us, and He also sees on how the world was gone to shit already. He watches for every one of us. Can we even buy something? Yeah, we can get that one. Oh yeah. I take it. So we get a charm here, the Blood Moon Raven, and then the Scarlet Crow, and then the Gory Weastar. Ooh. Ooh. That's sweet. Meanwhile, I read up some Radan strategies. Maybe we can find out his weakness. Consort Radan. Okay, good one. The matchmaking process failed. Reason timeout created. What is this bullshit? Strong versus standard, slash strike, magic, fire, lightning, holy. Weak to pierce, holy, and scarlet rot. So we should get something with scarlet rot here. It's scaling. Uh-huh. Okay, so we were Goldrick Talisman 3. Goldrick Talisman 3. Okay, so the best thing against him is to defend. He does too many things to... Interesting. Okay, so Radan will be a pain in the ass if you do him normally. I mean, I really want to try to dodge every attack, but it's impossible. is way too fast in certain occasions. What is this matchmaking? Waiting already 15 minutes for an invite. I needed to switch games, literally. I was going mad already against Rodan. And yes, he's already the final boss. I looked it up. This is why he's still crazy to defeat. Crazily enough, why is a 9-year-old kid watching my streams when the content is at 18 plus? But that person also stated he was tattooed. And I'm like, what the fuck, this doesn't add up. When you're 9 years old, you don't have a tattoo. We caught a kid lying. So what can we achieve here? Okay, it's one of the skins for Vittorio. Rapper. Rift fragments. Blunt triggers in total 250. 200? Yeah, you get 250 extra when you finish everything. And it's also a 3-parted thing. Bruh, I'm switching to the survivor side. This is ass. Oh, I can't even go back. Interesting. What is this? Now we can. Let's see if we get a faster invite as a survivor. I'm curious. Or the event is scuffed and we need to restart. Can also happen. What's the banner looks like? Battlefield. I also really love Elden Ring, but I have two very big concerns here. The first one is the delayed input of the controller itself. So when you try to dodge, for every dodge you do, you need to see beforehand a second earlier. So you get me there, right? It's so tricky to dodge something. The next thing is, also if you want to hit something, oftentimes it gives you an extra hit. Despite only clicking 2 times, it makes it 3 times because you spammed too often for the game's input in this case. And for very fast bosses, this is almost a no-go. Because fast bosses, they just repeatedly cast their attacks. And this is where you cannot dodge, because you need to think a second ahead. And in this moment, in this particular moment, you can't do that in Elden Ring. Which is giving me a headache. Why didn't they do that like in Bloodborne? In Bloodborne, you press a button, it goes instantly. Also the backstabbing works better, in my opinion. So, in terms of balance, Elden Ring is not quite good balanced on the controls. Mechanic-wise, maybe a little bit overtuned, but you can cope with it. But they really need to fix the controls itself. So something feels not right about this. Normally we would get already an invite, but we don't get one. Shall we restart the game? I think that's the best thing to do. So, did they do an update, a patch or something like this? Nope, they did not. Let's try that again. Being in Dead by Daylight. I wanted to... Okay, but maybe I will do that off stream. And... the kill of Rodan. Ah, this is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go in-game. Where's my cat? Sleeping? So we try to go in and survive it now. The hell is happening? Okay. Survivor, yes. Ready up. We will check the challenge here. Complete a total of 3 of the following. Safely unhook or hook. That here, good. Then we can choose both of them. What the actual fuck? Okay. Let's listen to some tombs. We have some good entries. House of Arkham.
Arcus, 10,333. Rituals of the Black Serpent. Book by an unknown scholar. I have found several different versions of the manuscript. The Black Serpent Society passed the scrolls down from High Priest to a successor. The scrolls were said to have been destroyed by warriors devoted to the destruction of the Black Serpent clan. Yet several scrolls were hidden in the unknown spaces between worlds and compiled into a book. Arcus, 10,357. Teyal, a cavern in the void in which a giant lizard-like creature dwells. This place is said to hold a doorway to another living dimension, unlike the entity. The Magnificent Maurice.
Okay.
5. Well, time flew as it always does, and the pups were growing bigger and hungrier. So we made
this
a
is
home
about
out
the
of
clown.
a crumbling old abandoned shack in the woods on the outskirts of a little town named Plumridge. And it was a good thing too, because the pups could sneak into Plum at night and bring back all kinds of scraps from the gardens and garbage bins. Turnips and cabbage, carrots and beets and all kinds of meat. We were living the high life in Plum. And on this one particular day, Willow came back from Plum with the strangest little box, covered in all kinds of gold and silver geometric shapes. She said she had found it in one of those black automobiles. The driver had stepped out to relieve himself, leaving the door wide open, and she hopped in and out before he knew what was what. She grabbed the box, and we stared at it all night in the moonlight pouring through the collapsing roof. Then we each took turns trying to open it, and when it wouldn't open, Trouble grabbed it and tossed it outside and said it was giving him a bad feeling. A really bad feeling. But would you believe, the next morning, it was right there on the floor next to us, and the pups were accusing one another of playing pranks and trying to be funny. When they all swore they were innocent of tomfoolery, we gathered around the box and stared at the gleaming gold and silver shapes and wondered what in tarnation was going on.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. The battalion, no hope.
The Lost Battalion. To fight another day. Down at the gates of a small community, a German soldier raised a hand to signal to Evan that the men were in position. Evan didn't know how long he had been in this terror world, but he had somehow managed to unite his men with the enemy so that they could improve their odds against whatever this hell threw at them. Now they found a gated town of survivors who had created a community with homes and buildings that reminded Evan of his hometown. It was ripe for the taking. And just as he was about to whistle the attack, he hesitated, sensing he was stepping into a trap. Instead of signaling the attack, he raised his hand for his men to hold their positions. Then he lowered his war mask and scanned the area, taking slow, deep meditative breaths. Ambush. Definitely an ambush.
Ambush?
With the sudden realization that they were being watched, Evan gave another whistle that immediately told his men to retreat. One by one, they melted into the gloom and regrouped at the crumbling ruins of a medieval castle. Day of night, soldiers at the gates. Atop a watchtower, Mahan watched the German soldier approach the gates of their small town through the scope of his rifle. What are they waiting for? Jaden approached Mahan from behind, holding a sword he had pulled off a statue in a lost realm. Mahan didn't respond as he searched the fog with his scope and found the pack's leader holding his hand up, telling his men to hold their positions. He watched him lower his mask and scrutinize the gates. He then looked up at Mahan. Haley inched up to Mahan.
Hey there, birthday girl.
No.
Thank you, follow.
But before he could answer, they heard a shrill
And welcome
whistle, and
to the
Mahan
stream.
watched the pack retreat into the fog.
And thank you again. Hex no one escapes near.
They'll return, he said flatly, adjusting his turban. We need to be better prepared.
Hope you all had a great day.
Haley
And
asked.
of course, enjoy the
I
stream.
counted 12, give or take. Soldiers. Our world.
I'm still watching
Circa 1918.
here
I'm not concerned.
the whole
Jaden
story
held the sword
and waiting
close to
for the
his chest.
invite, but it takes a really long
I know.
time.
Their leader has instinct. I've got instinct, Jaden offered. Not like him. And Haley and Jaden followed Mahan down the ladder to warn the others that the rowdies had retreated, but that he was sure they would return with a better plan.
Okay. Plan here. Okay, they die.
Arcus, 10,375. Vaults of Yathala. A secret tunnel complex beneath the realms leading to a community of survivors. Mentioned several times in Mary's notebooks, though I have yet to find evidence of such a complex.
Okay.
Arcus, 10,348. Krazik, a species of insect about the size of a horse that has black blood, like oil that can be used as fuel.
The fuck? Okay. They slayed one. There's a movie to it as well. Let's watch that. Hey, that's the observer. The hell? Okay. The fuck that was? Current tome. We have here. Oh yeah, Talbot. Very nice illustration.
Memory 1736. Talbot Grimes' languished gaze peers out from under heavy eyelids. Orange candlelight blurs through a dense fog that descends upon him. Tendrils snaking over his limbs. He thinks to pull away, but cannot. He tries to scream, but his voice is muffled. Fog seeps into his lungs. He relaxes, accepts it, invites it closer. The fog. The dark
Fog.
He shakes his head as clarity returns to him. He's in his tent. A thin plume of fog, no, gray smoke, spirals from the pipe on the arm of his chair. Near his feet, a small bowl is broken, poppy seeds spilled over the ground. Morning already. He stumbles from his tent with cane in hand, takes a breath of cold Mongolian air, and stiffens his shoulders. Snow has nearly reached the base of the mountains in the distance. He stands in an expanse of dry, frost-covered grass crunching underfoot. The tents nearby seem out of place. Saobanu, Mr. Grimes, your people wait. A small, prune-faced woman looks at him, nearly engulfed by her fur hat and hefty woolen coat. Her polite tone is forced in a way that crosses cultural barriers. You're late, you opium-addled idiot, is what her voice truly reveals. She leads the way, a scant 100 yards, to what looks like a cellar door in the ground. Her help is unneeded, but she's been Talbot's guide during his foray into Mongolia, and she's willing to see it through to its end. She pulls open the door to reveal a dirt staircase descending into the earth. Talbot gives her a parting nod and steps inside. He works his way over uneven steps, planting his cane into each one. He enters something resembling a room, more a muddy hollow with lanterns placed on the ground. A mass of black fog swirls in place. It's not the first time Talbot's seen such a phenomenon, but it still chills his bones. Nearby, a figure sitting in the shadows rises. "'Bout damn time, Talbot." Declan's words are carried by the stench of fermented milk. He moves forward.
Tasty.
His pale face glowing like a ghost in the dim light. His rumpled shirt, pulled up at the sleeves, reveals scars over lean muscles. A washed-up mercenary. Too drunk and violent to be anything but a problem. But Talbot personally selected him. Surviving a bleed site with body and sanity intact has given the chemist leverage within the company. His other recruit, Nigel, smiles eagerly. The gentle philosopher's slim frame moves with cheerful anticipation that is out of place in the underground hovel. He's already donned most of his protective suit. It is something akin to a diving uniform. Its helmet, a metallic globe with a glass portal at the front. Talbot has informed his companions that this mission into the fog is one of exploration. But there is another element he has left unsaid. He is observing the realm's reactions to what he calls biological signatures. The theory that a person emanates a unique energy, one that may act as a beacon for otherworldly predators. Declan and Nigel are the test subjects.
I read the next one, huh? This is where they go. Memory 1737. Talbot drifts through the fog, unsure if it's his feet moving or something else tugging, beckoning him closer. He stumbles, but the force doesn't slow, dragging him in, pulling, and then violently expelling him. He plants his cane and brings himself up to one knee, sliding a hand over a smooth obsidian-like surface. Sharp slabs of black rock just out beyond, creating a fractured, spiny landscape under a purple sky. Behind him, the clan and Nigel emerge from the fog wearing the protective suits. Even clad in the copper and heavy cloth of the outfit, Nigel appears sparse and vulnerable. Declan, however, stands tall, as if the weight is no burden to him. Useless, either way. That such a thing could be a defense from this place spoke to the naivety of its creators. Declan stomps forward. He assumes an attack pose, but struggles to find a target. What the hell is going on here? I didn't plan for this. With a porthole on Declan's helmet, Talbot notices the man's clenched jaw and focused eyes. He wants to kill something, assure himself he has control over his strange land. You knew what you were getting into. It was in the dossier. Declan growls. Didn't you read it? The man is an idiot, but a useful one. Talbot's theory is that Declan's biological signature is that of the aggressor, one whose energies express anger and violence. He expects the bleed will embrace Declan as if he is a creature native to its environment. And there is Nigel, the prey. He stands wide-eyed and frozen at the world before him. Talbot is correct. His biological signature is like a burst of light, signaling its presence to every predator around. He's an invader, not meant for this place. The only part that bothers Talbot about his theory is how he fits into it. He's a man of science, not the brutish aggressor that Declan clearly is. So why does he pass through bleeds unharmed, with barely visible wisps of black fog clinging to his presence? Why does he sense that every time he steps into a bleed, that he is invited, not just to where he stands now, but somewhere else, somewhere far beyond? Okay, that looks funny. Another one? Shall we? Shall I read or should autoplay read? I read another one and then the autoplay, okay? Memory 1738. Talbot tries to keep his nerves intact. In the distance, there's sounds he can't quite place. His peripheries, movement he can't quite glimpse. The landscape changes abruptly, as if an unseen line marks the borders of two environments. The group moves into a swampland. Lateral swirling clouds from above, hanging from the twisted branches of trees are half-rotted corpses. Talbot thinks back to the dossier. Bramber Meyer. Recent expeditions described it as a swampland littered with unusual metal structures, and less than inviting inhabitant. Nigel stretches out his arms, as if welcoming an auditorium of guests. Ah! Our minds are attempting to interpret the fog we passed through. In fact, we are still in it. Such a foreign element that we're imagining it in a way we can't visually process. This is all an illusion. Declan flicks the corpse's loose jaw, chattering its teeth. Even I know that's not an illusion, you fucking idiot. Talbot ignores them, setting his sights on an unusual metal carriage next to a shack. Before I can appraise it, the ground rumbles, tossing me to the ground. Pieces of earth are pulled into the sky as if gripped by an invisible hand. Trees are thrown about like twigs. Metal twists upwards into a vortex. The group watches in shocked awe. Talbot waits for the ground beneath his feet to crumble, but it remains firm. He allows himself to exhale in relief. The maps from these excursions have never matched up. I believe we have discovered why.
Memory 1739. Something moves through the tree line. Its wet, rasping cry calls out. A hideous creature of muck and bone staggers into sight, its clumsy movements unusually fast. It sees the trio and stops, as if pondering their presence. Declan leans forward, squares up, the imbeciles ready to charge into battle without so much as a second thought. Talbot lifts a hand. Slow. Do not provoke it. He motions the group back. With careful steps, they edge away from the creature, but it does not break its gaze. It seems almost content to leave them be, rattling strange sounds from its gullet until it screeches.
Oh no.
A horde of muck creatures emerge from the trees. A moment of doubt flickers within Talbot. This is the moment to test the theory, or die. Run, boys, run! The trio take off, clunking through the swampland in their damn suits, each step made harder than it should be. With uneven limbs, the abominations gallop and stumble, a disaster of movement that somehow quickly clears the gap. They cry for blood.
Oh boy.
Talbot breathes through clenched teeth, chest heaving, begging for oxygen. Pain works its way through aching muscles. He risks a look back and stops. The entire horde ignores Talbot and Declan, focusing only on Nigel.
Yeah.
The muck creature leaps at the philosopher, swiping a sharp claw through his Achilles tendon. The rest capitalize, gripping onto the man, gnawing and slashing through sprays of blood. Through the horror, Talbot sees evidence of his biosignature theory. The bleed attacks that which is prey. Nigel screams for help. His arms flail, swatting at monsters that are losing interest as he bleeds out. They leave him with some parting swipes and stumble back, sated, gurgling in delight. Nigel speaks, but the words emerge only as bubbles of blood from his lips. A scene of terror and sadness plays out on his face. He looks to Talbot, and without speaking, asks a question. Why? Talbot walks to Nigel, kneels at the man's side. He observes him through a lens of logic and rationality, noting the lacerations, the blunt force trauma. Nigel's shaking hand reaches out to no one, and in his tear-soaked eyes, there's something so human. Not prey, not aggressor, but human. Something Talbot had forgotten. He looks to Nigel's broken body and feels envy. How unfair that the pursuit of knowledge has stripped so much of himself. He rips a shred of cloth from Nigel's suit, wraps it around a gaping wound on the man's leg, tying it tight. Declan grabs Talbot's shoulder and spins him around. What are you doing? He's a dead man. Talbot doesn't hear him. He tears at the suit, pressing a palm to an ugly gash. but his movements are mechanical, lacking desire. Whatever you were, you are no longer. There's no saving yourself. Better to accept and live. Before he can turn away, the hairs on the back of his neck stand on end. The muck creatures watch curiously from a distance. One takes a step forward, snarls. He nearly chuckles through the fear as he realizes his mistake. The creatures must wonder, why would one with a biosignature such as his attempt to provide compassion to wounded prey? There are many ways a predator could react to the unfamiliar. One of the most common responses? Violence. He taps Declan on the arm. We should go. Now.
They look like dogs. Interesting. Our last entry. And we should have done it, yeah?
1740.
And still no invite.
The two
Crazy.
men step back, trying not to stir the creatures. It's too late. The horde follows, stalking slowly. Talbot notices it's only him their eyes turn to. They dare him to run. Dark thoughts flood Talbot's mind. He feels the agony to come, muscles ripped from their frame, jaws prodding into wounds and snapping bones. The animalistic desire to live clutches him tight, demanding action. His heart thunders against his chest, muscles tense. A shiver runs down his body, refusing to leave his hands. The monsters advance. Talbot grits his teeth till they're ready to crack. He tightens the grip on his cane, squeezes it like a hand pulling him from a cliff, and swings. The cane smashes into Declan's helmet, ripping it from his head. Before the big man can recover from the shock, Talbot swings again, planting the cane into Declan's skull with a sickening crunch. Declan falls to the ground, gasping for breath, fingers scraping through the mud. Talbot turns to the monsters and screams. The muck creatures chitter approvingly. As Talbot drops to the ground, they turn their attention to Declan. They pounce, wriggling into his suit, playfully tearing off strips of flesh. His head rises with heaving sobs as he squirms ineffectively. A creature slashes a sharp gouge through his cheek, burrows its head into his mouth. His body seizes in horror. Talbot tries to draw back, but cannot look away. Eyes fixated on blood, on body, on prey.
Bro got really mad, huh? This is why he's now the Blight. Still no invite though. You can say it's already readied up. Interesting. There's only one person in a match, the rest of them are in lobbies or in a menu. What is this bullshit? The Rift. Ah, we got so many stories there. Are the houses? Okay, everything. Wait a sec. We watched right now the current tome. Ah, yeah, this is why we don't have a video yet, because we did not completely did it. Yeah, yeah, definite. So what we had in the previous one, the House of Arkham. Did we had that one yet? Okay. Let's check it. I think we already watched that one on our latest. think we did, yeah. Were we here already? Let me just check the pigs and we know. No, this we did not. Okay. Now let's watch the first manuscript. Okay, they're walking around, drawing something on the tree. But it's a painting, whoever the hell that is.
She sits on the floor.
Carmina.
Etching the pencil
Wait,
back
that's
and
the
forth
artist.
On the thin paper, transfixed on the bird in the window. She returns a pencil to its tin, takes out a softer one, presses harder. She's had them a week, but already each of the 12 pencils in the pack are half their size. She presses a little too hard, breaks the lead. Beyond her door, she hears her father's voice, raised. A common refrain during his harder weeks. Unperturbed, she hatches and contours the stark image on her writing pad. Spoiling the kids! She sharpens the pencil, considers saying she's sick again, skipping dinner to stay in her room drawing. She knows they will stop yelling when she's in the room. The quiet is worse. Forks scraping plates, teeth scraping forks. No words. Prepare them for the real world. She focuses on the eye. Imagines a point of light. Imagines how the light would bounce and play across the pupil. Real work. A door slams. Carmina's body shudders just a bit, and the pencil goes straight through the paper, through the eye. She inhales, flips the next page of her pad. Quietly, the door to her room opens. Her mother. How are you, dear? I'm fine. Her mother takes the pad from her, grabs her backpack. It's okay. I'll get you more pencils. But for now, let's pack these things up. What for? Are we going on a trip? We might be. Carmina, what are you drawing? Her mother squints at the pitch-black bird on the sheet. It's a crow. I saw one outside my window today. I've never seen a bird like this here. Are you sure you didn't see it in one of your father's books, or maybe in a dream? No, Mother. It was just here. She points to the window. Nothing is there.
Of course nothing is there.
Mina, I don't know this word. Carmina loosens her seatbelt, leans over to Mateus. He points to one of the longer words in his book. Murcielago. She starts to say it, one syllable at a time, before her father interrupts. Don't help him. She pauses, glares at her father. Tears well up in Mateus's eyes as he struggles to work his way through the word. Carmina's gaze drops to her lap. She quickly starts whipping her pencil across the corner of her notepad closest to Mateus. He blinks back the tears as he watches the image form in front of him. The fuzzy torso, the membranous wings, the little ears. Ah, Murcielago. He says it too quickly. Carmina's eyes dart up to the mirror again. Her father's eyebrows shoot up in surprise for a moment before furrowing in annoyance. Without looking, he reaches back, snatches the notepad from her lap, throws it in the front of the empty passenger seat. Let him learn for himself. Carmina quietly puts the pencil back in her pocket. The last one from her set, the 5H, the one she hated using most. Now, all she had left from the most perfect gift she had ever received. Mateus reaches for her hand and squeezes it. They ride in silence.
Oh, bro, what the hell is happening? This is not normal. I'm gonna check something. Give me a quick. Today more than 50,000 people are playing, so there should be no waiting time. Interesting. The highest amount was today at 8 o'clock, 71,000 players. Interesting. What was the all-time high so far? June 2022. June 2021, 105,000 players. Who released there? Nemesis was released. This is why they came. Hellraiser, but in June exactly. So June was Nemesis. It was actually really interesting to see the people like Resident Evil crossover comes. It might be related to Dimitrescu because Resident Evil Village was the newest one. And I was thinking to myself already, I bet all odds that it will be the Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. And everyone was like, yeah, biggest killer, we get Lady Dimitrescu 100%. And I was there watching the reveals, and it was Nemesis. And half a year later I wrote the Nemesis OG skin 1998 when. Now we got it. What is this bullshit? Come on. There's nobody playing the Blood Moon event. Okay, we will try a normal one. Let's see. If there's an invite coming, something's fishy. Connection with host. Okay, so it would be actually an invite here. Deliverance is free. Corrective action is free. Deliverance you should get if you're a newer player. That's a really good one. But you can also just upgrade Adam Francis to Prestige 1. What the hell? Nobody plays normal, a new mode or what? Speak English? Doesn't seem. Good luck anyways. No, they don't speak anything. Okay. Ruski Fuski. Do we have Ukrainians here? Russian. Russia. Nobody plays the Blood Moon event. That is interesting. Normally, the event is quite exhilarating. Oh no. Hawkins, why? Come on, this is the most killer-sided map. Why would you do that? That's not good. That's bad. That's really bad. The underground complex. Well, I hate the map, but we can deal with it now. Wait, we played a normal match and... Okay. That is interesting. Okay, he's here. Let's keep on repairing the normal one. Why would you play Starstruck on this killer? We're quite lucky. If we make one mistake, we're dead. Not anymore though. Okay, the unhook happened. And go up here. And do this gen. Hopefully at least. Is she tunneling that dude? Oh, come on. Don't be the douchebag. I wanna get my wiretap up. So that I can see where the killer is. Hello there, little bird. Why are we all screaming when she hooks someone? That is really interesting. Okay, there's the killer. Nice. Wiretap. This is why I like wiretap. And she's tunneling. Like crazy. Why though? Give him a little bit thinking. And why are we screaming? Comes right here. Stay here for now. There they are. Are they coming up? Yeah, they're coming up. 100%. Not. Okay, we can continue then. And why is no one else doing a generator except me? They're coming up now. I think she is not. I don't know. I don't know where they are. Yeah, let's finish that one finally. Isn't it up? That one is done. Good. Goodbye, ma'am. I drop you every single shit pellet I have into your face. I don't care. Oh, hi. I go all the way up here, so I think I have the longest way to go for. Let's see if that can get me. I think she will come, yeah. Watch it though. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. I can give you every single pallet. I don't care. Oh, you're healing me, nice. Thank you. But it's useless. We should probably do generators. You know that better than me, right? Healing against the ghoul is like really, really useless. But we can two-man. Here we go. Come. Let's do gens. Let's not forget we have proof to self. We're still in chase, which is also good. I'm still not quite certain if it means that the rage ended for the ghoul or not. I think it means. Ah, it's already so annoying. Yes, Starstruck as well. Who the fuck cares? I'm going up here. Why do we scream? What is this? Why do we scream? This is what intrigues me the most. I want to know why we scream. Don't go for the rescue. Not yet, at least. We could go for it. But I really think she camps it out. She does. Okay, now we can go. Be free, little bird. You need to eat more ass. You suck as a killer. You're not that guy. You literally suck as a killer. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. You still suck as a killer. You have no skills at all. You fucked up. You're really fucked up. Oh my. Okay, let's do the gen then. Go, go, go. Generatore! You know what I'm doing now? I do this. Why are we screaming? You still suck ass. Okay, you won't come after me. Interesting. Ah, she wants that other dude. Maybe we can finish that one gen. I don't believe so, but, well, we can try. I got you. Don't worry. Nice hit. La da 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 da. You still suck as a killer. Right, since when is there a hook? Interesting. By the way, all Russians. Interesting. But anyways, I think I will end the stream for today, since we already played a little bit. And yeah, I will continue maybe tomorrow. Why maybe? Because it can be a really bit troublesome, because I need to get my car, also to clean my car. It is at the mechanics, so a little bit is to do. Maybe I can make it, maybe not. You will see when I announce it tomorrow. Despite that, I wish you a very good evening, or night, or even day, whatever the case it is for you. And I see you again in the next one. So stay awesome, behave and be brave. It's your NetherDocs.